Kate Imwetinya Obaseki, but she's left a legacy that is worthy to be imbibed. And we hope the coming generations, as we say, will do better. Best wishes.
The next awardee for tonight is Dr. Ernest Afolabi for Outstanding Leader of this year. Outstanding Leader for the year 2024. He will be accepted by his representative.
Let's welcome Dr. Omoede Odigie to receive this award on behalf of Dr. Ernest Afolabi Umahihe.
In recognition for your outstanding public service, your rare leadership skill, and readiness to inspire, motivate, and guide others to their goals. Congratulations.
Outstanding Leader of the Year Award, Dr. Ernest Afolabi Umahihe, COON.
Yes.
The key to many small successes.
I understood. Thank you very much, Your Royal Majesty. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite upstage to receive award Senator Neda Emaswe. Can we welcome his representative to please come forward and receive this award on his behalf? Until he gets here. Keep clapping until he gets here. Keep clapping until he gets here.
He receives the award for Champion for the Girl Child Empowerment. Champion for the Girl Child Empowerment.
In recognition for your appreciation of the strategic training you have extended to women and young girls drawn from your constituency. Thank you so much.
Champion for Women and Girl Child Empowerment Award to Senator Neda Emaswe. It is heavy. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We need to also put on records this award presentation is the result of what has been done in the past, not about today. So ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite to receive his award Chief Lucky Ohimai, Chairman of the Tarex Group, receiving an award Emerging Leader of the Year. Give him a round of applause.
Chief
Give him a round of applause.
Receiving Emerging Leader of the Year 2024.
In recognition of your role in uplifting the lives of people in your community and helping hands to the less privileged in the society. Thank you so much.
Our next awardee,
The Emerging Leader Award to Chief Lucky Ohimai. A key to this lesson.
Let's give Chief Lucky Ohimaya a round of applause. Emerging Leader of the Year Award, gets a Midwest Herald Award 2024.
The next awardee, he is Dr. West Idahosa, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. He received the Politician of the Decade Award and will be represented by Miss Esther Kolade, and she will be taking and representing awardee Dr. West Idahosa. A round of applause as his representative comes up to the podium, Miss Esther Kolade. A round of applause, please, as she receives the award on behalf of Dr. West Idahosa, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN, for Politician of the Decade Award.
Successfully demonstrating what makes a good legislator. When you represented over your federal constituency between 1999 to 2011, you empowered your constituent through training, employment, and you contributed to the local economic development, LED, of Ovia Southwest and Ovia Northeast. Congratulations.
A round of applause, please.
For Politician of the Decade, that is over the last 10 years, Dr. Ehige West Idahosa.
A round of applause, please, for the Royal Highness and the Royal Majesty for giving us the honor to present the awards and plaques to the awardees. This is just the first batch of awardees for the night. We have 2 more to go. And we know that we're excited to present more awards. But in the meantime, it's time to get to the next agenda. And I'll let Sonny do it. You really can't wait for this person, don't you?
Yeah, because he's a colossus. It's an established Nigeria in geometric proportions. And anytime he speaks, the world listens and hears. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to have an investiture lecture. And the lecture will be delivered by Professor Mike Ozekome, CON, OFR, SAN, MCIR. It would have successful. Professor Mike Ozekome was born in Ibukwe, Edo State. Ozekome's parents are Chief Abu Ozekome and Chief Madam Lemo Abu Ozekome. Despite many of humble means, prioritized education and instilled in Ozekome virtues of excellence, hard work, honesty, and integrity. He excelled academically at St. Mary's Catholic Primary School in 1969 and St. Peter's College in 1974. He briefly attended the Baptist Academy in Lagos before the University of Ife, where he earned an LLB honors degree in 1980. He was called to the bar in 1981 and later obtained a PhD in constitutional law from Alliance International University, Lusaka, Zambia. A counsel at the International Criminal Court for The Hague and a Paul Harris Fellow of Rotary International. Ozekome has contributed tremendously to the rule of law, citizens' rights, democracy, and good governance. He has handled many landmark cases that have shaped Nigerian jurisprudence, He joined other activists to fight against military dictatorship and ushering democracy. He actively participated in all the national conferences of 2005, 2009, Vision 2020, and 2014, aimed at retooling the weak fabric of Nigeria. On October 15, 1987, Osakome co-founded the Civil Liberties Organization, CLO, Nigeria's first human rights league, alongside my late chief Yanifa Ahimi. He co-founded JACAM. He also founded the Universal Defenders of Democracy, UDD, in 1992, Democratic Rights Agenda, DRA, and the Mike Ozagome's Foundation, MOF, which focuses on philanthropy for the underprivileged. Ozagome is an international ambassador of peace, global peace-loving citizen of the world, and a UN ambassador, eminent peace. He is honorary citizen and recipient of the keys to the cities of Atlanta, Georgia, and a member of the board of trustees of some Nigerian universities. He has received over 400 awards and honors globally. He is visited professor to 8 universities. He holds 16 doctorate degrees honoris causa and 1 by thesis and over 22 fellowships. He holds membership of the International Bar Association, IBA, Commonwealth Lawyers Association, CLA, African Bar Association, ABA, Pan-African Lawyers Union, PALO, Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, Associate American Bar Association, ABA, Bencher, ANEC, NBA, and more. He has authored over 60 books and countless seminar papers and literary works. Ozakome is a recipient of over 20 traditional and honorary chieftaincy titles across Nigeria. He was recently admitted to the exclusive club of life benchers in the legal profession. He is happily married to a lawyer and a gender crusader, and together they are blessed with children. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our investiture lecturer, Professor Mike Ozakome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, MC. I was wondering if benediction was not getting longer than the mass. When you use that kind of time to give a little rendition of a guest lecturer, I wonder what the lecture itself will be. And that reminds me of the story of a man who was to give a lecture. When he started, the hall was as full as this, maybe about 500 people. Then he started giving the lecture. He didn't know when to stop. The crowd started thinning. 500 to 400, 300, 200, 100. The man was firing on. 50, 30, 20. The man was just going on. 10, 5, 3, 2. Then he looked up and only one person was remaining. He took a bow and said, I want to thank you for holding on for this lecture. The man said, I had no option. I'm the gate man. I'm the one who is to lock up. So with that, I want to welcome and to say, well done, sir, Your Royal Majesty, Oba Dokun Timothy Guruji IV. When he told me his friend was coming, Oba Dokun, I said, is it Dokun Abolarin? Because that's my very good friend. He's an Oba in Osun State and a lawyer like me also. But he now was able to differentiate. We are happy to have Your Royal Majesty with us. My brothers are here, my younger brothers. Prince Clement Ikanaide Agba, former minister of state of finance, but in charge of budgetary matters. A young man who used his little period to carry out exploits, gigantic construction works. He's a guy to look out, to watch for in the future. And next to him here, there is my comrade friend, and a former National Association of Nigerian Students president. He was there with us in the trenches when we were fighting for civil governance. He was very young then. And he used to come to me and I would give him pocket money. But today he's a big man. Oh. So, comrade Philip Shaibu and the lovely wife, Mariam, we welcome you. Thank you. I can see my friend here right in front of me. The one and only Akpata himself. The great guy who runs one of the biggest law firms in Africa. He has never given me a brief. And he's also a great politician, former president, Nigerian Bar Association. There's another younger one there, Owen Obaseki. You know the Obaseki is a very large family, an orchard in short. And I think it must be the same Obaseki. Owen is here. I want to welcome you also. And thank you very much, our chief host, Orobosa Omojo, for doing this. Not only just giving awards, but wanting also to have some cross-fertilization of ideas as to how we can move forward. What is the matrix? What is the template? What are those things we look out for in trying to march forward? And these are what constitutes the linchpin of my lecture today, but which I will try to shorten. You know, I write prolifically. I first wrote 88 pages. Then I fought it down to about 50. I was able to fight it down finally to about 35, but which I will do in a short time. And I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Democracy has always been touted as the best form of government. Different from tyranny, from dictatorship, from autocracy, from monarchy, from gerontocracy, and other forms of crisis. Because it is noted to promote equality, freedom, and giving power to the people at periodic elections. And Nigerians' journey to democratic governance started long ago, particularly since 1999. But you all know that before then, we had several constitutions in this country trying to get nationhood, to attain nationhood. The 1922 Clifford Constitution, it didn't satisfy us. The 1946 Arthur Richards Constitution, it failed. The 1951 Macpherson Constitution, it failed. The 1954 Lytton II Constitution, where did it take us to? Then we had to go into the Willings Constitution, the Willings Report, which attempted to take care of minority rights that we are still fighting today. Of Nigeria's 374 ethnic groups, as found out demographically by Professor Onigu Otite, And saying Utite reminds me that I did not acknowledge General Ogomodia. Thank you, sir, for what you did for our country as Chief of Defense Staff during your time. Because he's an Isoko warrior. And I'm proud to say I'm the Okporoko one of Ole Kingdom, Isoko. So I'm one of you. Before we go to the 1960 Independence Constitution, which was merely a lowering of the Union Jack and hosting the green, white, green flag of Nigeria. But because it was mere flag independence, we had to seek further until we got the 1963 Republican Constitution. Then the 1979 Obasanjo Constitution. Then the 1989 unused IBB Constitution. And finally, the present Constitution, which is actually a schedule attached to Decree number 24 of 1999. And that is why we have been saying it's a militarily imposed constitution by the General Abdulsalami Abubakar military junta. And we say that when the constitution is saying, we the people of Nigeria do hereby make and give to ourselves the following constitution, we say it is not correct. That the constitution is telling a lie about itself. Because it was never subjected to a referendum or plebiscite of the Nigerian people before it came into force. Unlike the 1963 Midwestern Region Constitution, when they wanted to gain their independence, they went through a process. And on the 10th of August, 1963, Midwest region became free from Western region through the joint efforts of great Midwesterners like Dr. Dennis Osadebe, Oba Akezwa II, Jereti Marire, Chief Festus Oketiebo Omimiejo, the Esogba of Benin Kingdom, Justice Kensington Momo, and others were able to get our constitution. And that became the fourth region in Nigeria. So I've always crusaded for, and I will continue to do that again today, that Nigeria cannot work. Quote me and trust me, cannot work if we do not come together to deliberate and have a constitution midwifed by the people and subjected to a referendum of the people, being the birth certificate of a country. We can't move anywhere. It was done successfully in Nigeria, in Egypt, in South Africa, in Eritrea, Sweden, around the world. Iran, Iraq. Why are we afraid of calling ourselves together, making a constitution for ourselves, deliberating where we want to go from here and how we want to get there? America did it in 1787. They had a convention in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Can I have some water, please? Between May 25 and September 17, 1787, to have a more perfect union, because they were already having their own governance. And it was at that constitutional convention, they decided on how they wanted to govern themselves. They agreed on certain irreducible minimum. They agreed to be presidential, to be Republican, to have a constitution fashioned out by the 50 people who attended that conference, out of whom 39 signed the document. And they subjected it to a referendum of the people. They also passed a Bill of Rights at that convention. That is why the American Constitution is a small document of 7 chapters, 27 amendments, and 7,591 words. Compare it with our Constitution, which is almost like a briefcase. The reason is that one is a product of the people, believed in by the people, and it enjoys their legitimacy and respectability. Nigerian Constitution is not like that. So when a young lady, Miss Flora Lucia Shaw, was giving us our name, Niger area, in an article she wrote in the London Financial Times of 8th January 1897, she was just giving us a name as an abstract. Nigeria, Niger area, that area around the Niger, River Niger. Have we moved forward from there? From mutual distrust and suspicion? Have we moved from that stage where the Western world change or use their narrative to describe us lying? For example, they told us that Mungo Park discovered the River Niger at Kainji, New Busa. How do you discover a river where you met the natives, taking their bath there, drinking the water, even taking you around? I decided to ruminate over these matters and exchange these ideas with you to tell you that democracy is more than providing amenities, providing roads and water and Medicare. It has to do with the self-worth of a people, how you believe in yourself as a nation. When you meet the average American, he will say, I'm an American. Then you say, where are you from? You say, what do you mean? You mean where I work, or where I school, or where I was born, or where I live? Because all of them may be different one from another. But if you ask the average Nigerian, where are you from? The first thing I will say is, I'm from Ivukwe, near Agenebude, Isako, East Local Government Area of Edo State. That would be my introduction. Because that concept, that larger abstract concept, Nigeria, doesn't quickly come in. And then you are filling a form. After asking me, I say, my name is Mike. They say surname. I say Ozekome. They say father's name. I say Abu Ozekome. They say mother's maiden name. They are digging in. Mother's maiden name. I tell them, come forward. Of course, they know I'm a man. They say sex. I said May. Then they say religion. What's your religion? What they are doing is that they are profiling you. They are typifying you. They want to know what you can get, or whether you can get it, or whether you cannot get it. Until we do away with this kind of mindset, we're not going to move forward. So if you're on a journey, taking a bad route or a wrong route, what do? Do you persist on the journey because you have started? No. You are going to recalibrate and turn and reverse. You want to go to Abuja from here. I thought you should start passing through Eho, Ekboma, Agbede, Auchi, Okbila, Okene, Lokoja. But you want to go to Abuja. You take off from Benin. You go towards Saple Warri. Then from there to Port Harcourt. You find your way to Uyo, Calabar. You are not going to get to Abuja, for God's sake. You are wasting your time. You have to reverse. That is what we need to do with our present journey to no destination. And I so recommend. So when Abraham Lincoln, on the 19th of November 1863, during his Gettysburg Declaration, was defining democracy as government of the people, for the people, and by the people, he knew what he was saying. Because democracy means a government founded by the people. When its decision makers are choosing through periodic, free, fair, and credible elections. And that is why the word itself actually comes from Greek. Demos, which means the people, and kratos, which means rule of authority. So it's authority of the people, the power of the people. Kwame Nkrumah, first president of Ghana, expanded the definition beyond political freedom. Say it should also guarantee the right of the people to manage their own affairs and determine their own destinies. Alexis de Tocqueville, a French political thinker, he saw it from another angle. Social condition and a form of government, which must be done through representatives. Nelson Mandela, that iconic South African leader, defined democracy as a system that is not imposed on the people from above, but rather emerges from a free election. Chinua Achebe, in his epic, The Trouble with Nigeria, offered a critical perspective. He said, democracy must be cultivated, nurtured, and jealously guarded by the people, rather than simply handed down from above. Professor Wole Soyinka, in his book, The Open Soul of a Continent, 1996, he said, democracy means the right to say no to tyranny, corruption, and the abuse of power. He said it must lead to accountability, particularly the ability of the people to challenge their governors, those who govern them. Yours sincerely, this speaker. In my own perspective, earlier in one of my books, I said democracy reflects the emotional and cultural attachment that a people have, I said democracy should reflect the hopes and values of the people, where citizens feel a real say and connection to the system. Now that we know what democracy means, there are so many authors I decided to quote, but what are the ingredients for good democracy? 1, free and fair elections. 2, genuine choice between candidates and policies through manifestos. 3, real parliamentary power, like of the National Assembly, to say no to the executive. Of course, you must have the doctrine of separation of powers between the executive, legislature, and the judiciary. A doctrine popularized in 1748 by a great French philosopher, Baron de Montesquieu, that there must be a bifurcation between the 3 arms of government, legislature, executive, and judiciary, so that there will be checks and balances, because allowing power to be in the hands of one man will lead to tyranny. That is because power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Democracy must have civil rights for citizens, rule of law and equality before the law. There must be inter-party competition, real representation of diverse interests and diverse peoples. There must be a strong, responsible media. Of course, there must be a guarantee of personal freedoms. Freedom of speech, of the press, religion, association, and liberty. Of course, that means there must be freedom from arbitrary arrest and detention. So what are the strong pillars of democracy? Rule of law, separation of powers, checks and balances, regular elections, vibrant media, independent judiciary, and a pro-people legislative assembly. I do not know whether these ingredients are present in the present democratic experimentation that we're having, particularly since 1999, where we have so far had 7 general elections: 1999, 2003, 2007, 2011, 2015, 2019, and 2023. So the connection between democracy and good governance is a symbiotic one. One without the other is not possible. It's like the relationship between Hamlet and the Prince of Denmark. It's like the relationship between beans, moi and akara. They mean the same thing. You cannot remove one from the other. But we have seen a lot of problems in operating our democracy in Nigeria. Corruption and mismanagement, which has made Nigeria famous or famed as one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Serious issues of electoral fraud and malpractices. Political instability and violence. Ethnic and religious tensions. Poor governance and ineffective leadership. Weak institutions and serious violation of the rule of law. Godfatherism and political patronage. Poor voter education, which leads to poor voter participation. Insecurity and militarization of politics, where you see soldiers being used for politics, not even police. Lack of electoral reforms, where the electoral laws are not helping. Media manipulation and censorship. Dependency only on one mono product or revenue. On oil that was discovered at Oloibiri in the present Bayelsa in 1956. We've not gone beyond that. I like the general when he was giving instances of how people have left us behind. India. In my school, St. Peter's College, Agenebode, many of the teachers, if not most, were Indians. They were coming here to look for a job. Indians. They were the ones teaching us. I went to Chennai, India in 2022, September. And I was shocked as to what I was seeing. Chennai is not even one of the biggest cities. You need to see their incubatory factories. America imports many products from India. India built aircraft. Everything, the ships. But today we clap for ourselves. One minister once said, oh, we have started producing biro and pencil. Biro and pencil. So we should clap for ourselves. This handkerchief I'm having in my pocket, made in Japan. Handkerchief. What prevents our tailors from cutting pieces of cloth and then sewing them. People who were behind us have overtaken us. India became independent in 1947. Nigeria in 1960. Malaysia came to Nigeria to take some palm kernels. Today we even import palm produce from them. We are left behind because we are not progressing. At best, we are suffering the fate of the barber's chair of perpetual motion, but without progress. So, the problem of lack of public accountability is another one. And where the civil society is not effectively holding government responsible to the people of Nigeria. Nigeria is the only country. When I was coming in, a lot of people met me. Oh, well done. Thank you for what you are doing. Oh, continue. Continue in your fight against tyranny, your fight for democracy. And I looked at them, I called one of them. I said, do you know that that fight should be a joint fight by all of us? None of us was, none of us was born a human rights activist. I grew up to see the injustice in the system, to see the poverty of my people. And I said, no, I'm going to break the yoke of poverty. I will break the yoke of anonymity. I was born to poor, illiterate peasant farmers. I was a farmer. And I told myself that I must change the narrative. So you can change your narrative. Don't wait for people to change it for you. Don't typify some people as human rights activists. Then you luxuriate away. You are doing your business. You want some people to go and die for you. In the 80s and 90s, all I did in my life was fighting against military tyranny. My first detention was 22nd April, 1986. 39 years ago. How old was I? 39 years ago. We were beaten on the streets, tear gassed, detained here and there. Some people ran abroad. But for some of us, very few, Ganifa, me, myself, Femi Falana, Clement Nwako, I can count them at my fingertips. We stay back. We say we must fight this tyranny. We laid our lives on the line. That's how we decided not to go solo. I and Olisa and others came together and founded the first human rights body in Nigeria. On the 15th of October, 1987, the Civil Liberties Organization, CLO. What am I saying, in effect? That we should own Nigeria together and solve her problem together. You can easily break one broomstick. But when you bunch many broomsticks, it becomes a bunch. You can no longer break it. Is that not correct? So, have we had true democracy dividends? I do not know. I think your answer is as good as mine. If Nigeria's population of 235 million people, as at today, we are 235 million people today. If we have about 87 million people living below poverty line and 18 million people dropping out of school or not having access to education, I do not know whether you can really say we are progressing. If I cannot find my way from Benin here to Auchi, which in those days I used to do in 1 hour, if I cannot find my way from here to Auchi, except I spend 4 to 5 hours, or going towards Ondo, pass through Ondo, if I cannot find security on our roads where I was traveling in the hot afternoon, past 2 p.m., on the 22nd of August, 2013, and I was kidnapped between Eho and Ekpoma, with 4 policemen coming from the nearby Eho police station, coming to my rescue, gunned down in my presence. And I was in the kidnappers' den for 21 days. For a country I had served so well. And that the kidnappers, when they recognized me, they say, "Oh, sorry. We didn't know it was you. You have been fighting for all of us. Had we known, we would have gone to drop you." Then I said, "Thank you. Now that you know, can you now go and drop me?" They say, "No, sir. It doesn't work that way. We need all the money we can get from you." We see President Jonathan screaming, Sultan of Sokoto, Bishop Kuka, Remodo Kwesi. That means you are a big gun. We have been reading of you. You have to pay. And guess what? They kidnapped my son and my junior lawyer to come and join me. I said the price was now higher. So, how do you want a person like that, so dehumanized, subjected to tyranny of underworld people, subjected to fear of death, subjected to fear of fear? There's what you call fear of fear. How do you want the best from that citizen? So, it is our collective battle. Don't think it's about government at the center. No. They can't do much. They can't change the narrative with the present skilled system we have. I said it 2 years ago. I said whether Tinubu, Atiku, Peter Obi, I said none of them can change the narrative of this country. Because the mantra, the template we are using is wrong. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said, desperate diseases require desperate remedies. Albert Einstein, a nuclear physicist, the man who gave birth to the principle of relativity, was the one who said, it's only a fool who thinks he can solve problems using the same method with which the problems were created. So we need to do something drastic in changing the narrative. Do we have a legislature that can hold the executive accountable? I do not believe so. the present legislature is an agama lizard, saying yes, 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 yes to anything Mr. President brings forward. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is why I decided to coin my own words. I started my own neologism, coining new words. I now have from my own Ozekpedia, modeled after Wikipedia, Legapedia, Encyclopedia. I have my own Ozekpedia. And I have some words like legislatocracy, executocracy, judocracy, electionocracy, and selectocracy. I will anchor, Your Imperial Majesty. I will anchor. Legislatocracy is a system of government where the legislature cannot hold the executive accountable to the people, but does its will, willy-nilly. Electionocracy is a system of government where you go every 4 years for periodic elections to elect or select or appoint your rulers. And after 4 years, you come back. But within the 4 years, the president or governor uses the first 6 to 9 months studying the situation, uses the next 1 year to do some roads that will be washed away quickly by the first rain, do some funny things that are not impactful on the people. Then by the second year, elections have already started. Who amongst you here does not know that election for the presidency for 2027 has already started? Is there any of you who does not know? It's already going on. The victory of 2023, what democracy dividends have you got from it that another election is already imminent? Have we even had democracy profit? Because dividend is a corporate word. Oluwakpata is here, he can tell us dividend is a corporate word. It's a corporate word. You share dividends from profits when you have gotten profits. Has our democracy even given us profit before we talk about dividends? That is the question. So, of course, judocracy, where presidents, governors, senators, House of Rep members, House of Assembly members, chairmen of local government councils, councillors are incubated, conceived, midwifed, and delivered in our courtrooms instead of through the ballot box. No country grows that way. Politicians must learn to let go. Use Professor Waden's philosophy. Let go and let God. If you have lost election, but if you have lost it in a free and fair election, that's what I mean. Not in a militarized, brutalized election, but in a free, fair and legal, then let go. You wait for another day. So that electionocracy cannot help us. Our judocracy cannot help us. Our legislatocracy cannot help us. Our executocracy cannot help us. These are different crazes. Crazes unknown to democracy. Government of the people, for the people, and by the people. So, at the end of the day, what we are still practicing today is what Busari Adelakun, the strong man of Ibadan politics, and Alhaji Adedibu, they called it Begiri politics. Begiri politics. Come and chop politics. My good friend, Fayoshe, former governor of Ekiti, said he called this politics of stomach infrastructure. I, in my own Ozekpedia neologism, have termed it politics of Ukboka, politics of Omisagwe, politics of Eba and politics of Ukbioi. All of which simply means politics of come and chop. Not about how to develop the people. I'm not going to bore you further. The problems are legion. But I do not want us to lose hope. Because we are having a deficit, serious deficit in our trust in governments. Because we have successively been pauperized and dealt with by government. So there's trust deficit. But we must fight for our rights. We must stand up to fight for our rights. Nigeria is the only country which does not even behave like the goat. I will soon round up, my brother. Nigeria does not even behave like the goat. Do you know what the goat does? Everybody believes that it's only a dog that can bite. A goat cannot bite. But I tell you, any of you, try it one day. Pursue a goat to the wall. And the goat sees that there is no way to further retreat. The goat will turn around and bite you. If it's a ram, the ram will turn around and use his horns against you. But Nigeria is the only country where you pursue a citizen to the wall. Instead of turning around he would rather break down the wall to cross it. You can't make it like that. Professor Leonard Hans once told us, the only price we have to pay for our liberty is eternal vigilance. We must hold our governments accountable and responsible to the Nigerian people. If you don't do that, we are wasting time. That is not to say that we have not seen some little palliatives from democracy years, good communication network. I mean, we were having about 500,000 telephone lines before 2001. Now we have about 215 million lines. I know there are some little developments here and there. But if you cannot go from here to Auchi seamlessly, you cannot go from here to Port Harcourt seamlessly, there's no security. You go to the market, a bag of rice cannot be bought by your minimum wage of 70,000 naira, because the normal bag of rice is between 85 and 100,000 naira. Is that the meaning of democracy? If you go to the market and the prices of palm oil, atarodo, tatashe, salt, condiments have all skyrocketed. And at a time, my wife used to cook a pot of soup with 3,000 naira. And during the military, with about 100 naira, my wife was putting down a pot of soup for me, for her, for all my children, 7. But now, how much do you need to put down a pot of soup? When a chicken that used to be 1,000 or 500 naira or 1,500 naira, you are now talking about a chicken. Chicken, 25,000, 30,000, 35,000. So you buy a chicken for 35,000, more than that is half of your salary, your minimum wage of 70,000. So how are you going to cook? How are you going to take transport, which has also increased geometrically, not arithmetically? Governments, listen to me. Your first and only duty, first and most important duty, is to provide security and welfare for the people. Any government that cannot do that has failed the test of a government. God bless Midwest Herald. God bless Orobos Almojo. God bless Edo State. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Yes, you are all in the spirit. It deserves a round of applause and it deserves a standing ovation. The one and only Professor Chief Mike Ozekome has done it again, setting the stage for a national discourse. Thank you very much. And to
Professor,
appreciate him again and again, we will be calling on His Royal Majesty Oba Doko Thompson and his beautiful wife to make this special presentation to Professor Chief Mike Ozekome. Thank you. Like I said before, the Midwest Awards also provides the opportunity to deepen conversation about the Nigeria state. And Professor Mike Ozekome has again given us insights into where we are coming from, where we are today, and of course where we should be going if we put the right structures in place. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Thank you. Thank you. So let's have the presentation of the award to a distinguished guest lecturer. When a man like this teaches you in the classroom, there's no way you can fail that exam. Let's put our hands together for Professor Mike Ozekome one more time. Thank you, sir.
Well done. Yes. In recognition of your consistent defense during the Constitution, human rights, commitment to strengthening of democracy and democratic practices, and promotion of the rule of law.
a round of applause, please.
The Defender of Democracy Award goes to, I always knew the name, and the only way I described that name was, do you know him? He's a constitutional lawyer. Today, he confirms to us the history, the traditions, the culture that we spoke about earlier for democracy to thrive towards creating a great nation. Professor Mike Ozekome, thank you for your work and your selfless contributions to development of democracy through civil rights awareness, promotion, and defending. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'd like Prof to just respond to the award as briefly as possible. Prof, would like you to respond to the awards.
I just want to dedicate this award. I've received quite some awards. The last count about 420. But I want to tell you, I value this award coming from the source it did, from Midwest Herald. It used to be Midwest Times before that one went, and the young man started all over again to get Midwest Herald. I remember delivering a lecture for them more than 28 years ago. But he has held on. He's one of those that regenerate the society into what late K.O. Dr. K.O. Mbadiwe we call National Risorgimento. That's Orobo Samojo. I want to congratulate you to say you can't get tired now. You can't get tired now. He's a veteran from the days of This Week magazine of Nduka Obagbena. When I was their lawyer, we are talking of the 80s. He has come a long way, and is one of the best we have. I want to congratulate you and to thank you for this award, and to say I dedicate it to the suffering masses of Nigeria. The repressed, the suppressed, the oppressed, the marginalized. I dedicate it to the voiceless, whom I daily try to give voice to. I dedicate it to the helpless and the hapless. I dedicate it to those Nigerians that are cheated, that are on the brink of extinction. I dedicate it to our pauperized fathers, mothers, and children. I dedicate it to the Franz Fanon's wretched of the earth. I dedicate it to the Nigeria hoi polloi. But at the end of the day, God bless the Nigerian people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we'll just go to the next set of awards. But quickly, before we do that, let me just acknowledge the presence of Honorable Justice Maureen Omoyojo, Judge of the High Court of Edo State. Thank you for your presence. Honorable Donald Okogbe, member representing Akoko Edo Constituency 2, Edo State House of Assembly. Thank you for your presence. We also like to quickly recognize and appreciate Honorable Christopher Okaibe, former member Edo State House of Assembly. Thank you for your presence. The Medical Director of National Orthopedic Hospital, Benin. Thank you, Dr. Philip Budaga. Thank you for your presence. Dr. Patrick Okodia, former Commissioner for Health at Edo State. Thank you for your presence. Thank you. We also like to recognize Honorable Pastor Frank Omobode, Chairman, State Pilgrims Welfare Board. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your presence. Now we go straight to the next set of awards.
Oh yes, let's do. The next set of awards will be 5 distinguished individuals who have pushed the boundary for social community building, for the entrepreneurship and business as well, and also for public service and change. You ready?
Absolutely.
All right, you have the floor.
Let's have Chief Usaho Aronde Community Builder Award. Chief Usaho John Aronde is a confident, articulate, and visionary leader with a robust background in contemporary socio-political affairs and a well-respected Nigerian within and outside his constituency. Chief Aronde technical and leadership skills cover strategic planning, budget, ability to lead, and critical thinking skills, interpersonal skills, and ability to interact effectively with others and lead projects effectively. Chief Aronde is a problem solver with vast experience in logistics across diverse sectors, including engineering, designs, construction, wood extraction, processing, as well as oil and gas supply chain. Aronde has excellent training in Aronde has deep training in accounting, auditing, and of course has presided over corporate meetings with maintaining discretion and confidentiality. He's an effective manager of resources and advocate for public interest who is committed to promoting peace, prosperity, and sustainable development. The 2024 Midwest Achievers Award winner for Social and Community Builder of the Year has demonstrable leadership and communication prowess with which he has successfully ensured peace coexisting in around Edo State. Let's give him a round of applause.
round of applause, please. For our next award goes to Comrade Omobode Ago, Social Justice Advocacy Award for his consistent agitation for transparency in public service, demand for equity and social justice, and his avowed role as a reformist. He refers to himself as leftist Omobode Ago. He has over the years maintained consistency and resilience in building a formidable movement that has thrown up thousands of civil defenders across Nigeria through his leadership disposition. He is one of such persons that have coordinated, and by that he is the Coordinator General of Edo Civil Society Organizations. He's a man who pioneered the civil society movement in Edo State. He's a leader of the movement and has stood on the front line, leading a vibrant civil agitators and consistently confronting societal ills and moving for change for the masses. A round of applause, please, for leftist Comrade Omobode Ago.
Congratulations. In recognition for your consistent agitation for transparency in public service, demand for equality and social justice, and your avowed role as a reformist. Congratulations.
Social Justice Advocacy Award. The leftist Omobode Ago. I guess after such a lecture, an award like this, to someone like this, helps minds, helps to let us know what is expected of each and every one of us to one another. So, congratulations.
Congratulations to Comrade Omobode Ago. I would like you to just make a remark, Comrade. 1 minute, say something. Okay.
Isoleto. Who get the land? Who get the land? If they don't invite me, make I can't talk before our comrade Azakome. If for easy, now I don't make my work more difficult. But I'll go ahead. I feel not speak grammar like comrade Mike Azakome, but I want to communicate. Make I thank our brother Omo Ojo for this recognition. I thank you, sir. Plenty people they call me for award. Plenty I know they go. Because I will always complain for the class of people that they join me with for those awards. But this one, I see the class of people you join me with, and I decided to come. I thank you well. I appreciate you, sir. You can't make a big, you can't put Professor Mike Ozekome for the list. I tell Anana, I say, make it permit me to command the professor. Make I use Comrade Mike Ozekome. I dedicate this award to all the people Comrade Mike Ozekome dedicated to, and to Fela Anikolakbo Kuti Abamieda, and just finally to one of the African heroes who passed on to join our great ancestors, Kokoti, yesterday. Thank you and God bless you. Isoleto.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our next awardee is NY Soy Best Business Incubator Award. NY Soy is a dynamic and visionary leader who has carved an illustrious path marked by remarkable achievements in both the business and political spheres. Born and bred in the vibrant city of Benin, Nigeria, NY's journey exemplifies the fusion of academic excellence, entrepreneurial acumen, and a fervent commitment to community development. NY's academic journey commenced at the prestigious Word of Faith and Further Staff School before he proceeded to Greater Tomorrow, both in Benin City, for his secondary education, where he laid the foundation for his future endeavors. He pursued his higher education at the prestigious University of Benin, graduating in accountancy in 2000. Subsequently, his quest for knowledge led him to the United Kingdom, where he obtained a master's degree in marketing management from the esteemed University of Bedfordshire with a major in business strategy and leadership. In 2020, LY expanded his entrepreneurial footprint with the establishment of White Tree Retail, aimed at revolutionizing the retail landscape and fostering backward integration to support the food and beverage industry. In essence, LY Soy epitomizes the optimal vision leadership who seamlessly integrates business acumen with a fervent commitment to public service. His journey underscores the transformative power of leadership grounded in compassion, innovation, and relentless pursuit of excellence. Mr. LY is married with 2 lovely children and is a quintessential family man. He loves to read and finds time to play. Ladies and gentlemen, I will present to you our next awardees, and of course his parents are here to give him the support they've always given to him over the years. Congratulations to you.
Congratulations in recognition for your role in Nigeria's education sector, where you are positively impacting the lives of children at an early stage in Pershing Hills Elementary School in Lagos.
The Best Business Incubator Award, Mr. Ewen Sorry.
A round of applause for him, please, as he receives his award.
An award like this encourages us to understand that the potentials are great, the opportunities are there. What we need is encouragement to begin to unlock these potentials. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I want to appreciate the organizers of this event. I'm very grateful. I've gotten a couple of awards, but this one is special to me, especially recognizing the fact that I was born and bred in Benin, and I learned entrepreneurship from my dad, and I dedicate this award to him. And I also want to dedicate the award also to my partner, my wife, who is the chief strategist. Unfortunately, she's not here today. I want to appreciate her. I want to thank everybody. I appreciate and want to use this opportunity to also encourage every entrepreneur who are here today that it's a tough journey. It's a very lonely road. But one of the things that's very important is that we should not despise the little beginning. And that is one of the things that have brought me here where I am today. Thank you very much again.
Congratulations to NY Soy. Big congratulations.
Congratulations to all of our awardees. We will wait for the third set of our awardees. In the meantime, as we take our pictures, we want to say thank you to Your Royal Highness and Her Royal Majesty for presenting this award to our set of awardees. Congratulations to you, sir. We will take an intermission to bring you a little bit of a little performance. I hope you like saxophones and jazz music, because I love them. Dr. Emmy is up next to give us a rendition of smooth and sound, lovely saxophone. Enjoy.
Please enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Dr. Emmy. Round of applause, please, for our saxophonist for tonight, Dr. Emmy. Very talented, Dr. Emmy, indeed. I know you said something about me. Yourself and Princess Olamide. She has to come and defend herself. You have to tell the crowd what you said about me to our distinguished guests.
We're referring to this song. The song talks about Mama Water.
Okay.
And the princess said, listen, I will have one close to us.
I would like to say that it is not my fault.
No, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
You're God's creation, made in His image and likeness. Absolutely.
So could it be that Mami Wata was born is God's image and likeness?
It could just be a euphemism to describe how elegant you look.
I love how you skirted over that question.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, we warmly welcome each and every one of you to the 2024 Midwest Herald Awards. We're coming to the climax of the event today. But let me just quickly use the opportunity to recognize and appreciate a distinguished lady, a grassroots politician, Mrs. Betty Okwebo, the APC Edo State woman leader. Please give her a round of applause. She's in our midst. Celebrate her. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your presence.
All right. Now, we understand that we still have some individuals here, the most important amongst us, who are yet to receive their awards. As always, we like to save the best for last. These individuals have done remarkably well for the last year, 2024, and we have to save the best for last just so they can have enough time and we can have enough time to celebrate them as we round up this event.
Now, just before we hit that point, let me invite upstage the founder and publisher of Midwest Herald, the vision behind the Midwest Herald Award, a dogged political activist, journalist,
publisher,
and we can just go on and on and on.
Of Edo State.
Please give Honorable Samuel a round of applause as he steps forward.
As you welcome Honorable Comrade Oro.